The first step to starting my Amazon arbitrage business was spending 30 a month on Seller's AMP, a profit calculator that tells me exactly what my margin is going to be after all Amazon fees. After that, I spent another 30 a month on Keepa to read price history and sales rank data to see if a product actually sells consistently before buying it. Then I spent another 50 a month on Boxing to find product I was already approved to sell as a beginner. The next cost was $39.99 for my Amazon seller account fee. After that, I set aside $2,000 to actually buy my first products to flip on Amazon. Although I didn't spend that all at once, I started small with calculated picks and reinvest the profit as sales came in. Plus, there were other smaller costs along the way. And in total, I spent around $2,200 to start my Amazon arbitrage business. And in just 9 months, I generated over $87,000 in revenue selling on Amazon. And at a 15 to 25% profit margin, which is what you can realistically expect month to month. That's anywhere from $13,000 to $21,000 in actual profit on a $2,200 investment. I had 1 month where I hit 32% profit margin, which was a great month. But that's not the average, and I don't want to set the expectation that you will hit those numbers every time. In this video, I'm going to share exactly step by step how I built this business from Colombia, working remotely. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share my top 3 mistakes, including one mistake that cost me over $50,000. So pay attention because you definitely don't want to make the same mistake as I did. My name is Miguel Valencia. I'm from Colombia, and before Amazon, I was working in remote sales as an appointment setter, even though I'm a civil engineer. On paper, it looked good. I was working from home, I was getting paid, but the reality was rough. My income was completely inconsistent. 1 month, I'd hit my numbers and I'll feel like a king, while others, I will be stressing out just to cover the basics. There was zero work-life balance. I'd be sending DMs late at nights, working at weekends, and still feeling like barely keeping up. Basically a 24/7 job. So what I really wanted was control. Control over my schedule, over my income, and over my time. I wanted to be able to manage my own day instead of being on someone else's clock. So I started looking for a business I could actually own. When I told my family and my friends I was starting an Amazon business, they thought I was crazy. They kept telling me I should finally focus on my career as an engineer. And the funny thing was I wasn't even working as an engineer at that time. I was in sales. But everyone wanted me to go back to that safe path. And I get it. They were just looking out for me. But I knew there was more out there. And I knew I would regret it if I didn't at least try. I actually tried other Amazon business models before, and I failed at all of them. I was looking at private label, Amazon KDP, Amazon dropshipping, and none of them worked for me. But I didn't give up because I knew there had to be a better way. That's when I found Amazon arbitrage. And immediately I knew that was something I wanted to try out. It was so much straightforward and simple than everything I've tried out before. Around the same time, I was following Jayden on Instagram, and I actually knew someone that worked for him, so I know his program was legit. What made me finally pull the trigger and join e-com consulting was because I already failed at Amazon once on my own. And this time, I knew I needed someone who's actually done it before and help me fast track my way to success with this business model. Now, Amazon arbitrage, put simply, is when you find products at retailers or wholesale suppliers at a lower price than what they sell for on Amazon. You buy them, ship them to Amazon warehouses, and they take care of all the fulfillment whenever someone buys a product from you. The whole game is product research, finding products with enough margin and enough demand to make profits consistently. And the best part is, unlike private label, you don't need to design a product, you don't need to find a manufacturer overseas, you don't need to do any branding or any marketing to get sales. You just need to learn one skill, which is product research, and your products will sell organically. The first thing I did was signing up for 3 softwares I mentioned at the beginning. Seller's AMP is a profit calculator. You plug in a product and it tells you exactly what your margin is going to be after all Amazon fees, shipping, and product prep. Keepa is the one that allows you to see the sales rank and price history of any product on Amazon. This is critical because you need to know if a product sells consistently before putting money on it. A product that looks profitable on paper but only sells once a month is a trap. And it's something I literally had to learn the hard way before I even began in Jayden's program. And then boxing helped me actually filter products that I was already approved to sell by Amazon. This matters way more than people realize when starting out because Amazon gates a lot of brands behind approval requirements. Boxing just shows you what's already open so you can move fast. Combined, those three softwares cost me around $100 a month, and that was my entire monthly overhead at the start. When it comes down to buying my first product, I did not go all in on day one with my $2,000 budget. I made calculated decisions on solid products. I bought a few units at a time, tested some of them, saw how the products was selling, and then I reinvested the profits. Every time I found a winning product, I ordered more units. Every time something flopped, I would take that as my learning curve. I would gather the data and move on. That reinvestment loop is what actually made the business grow. The 2000 wasn't really 2000 by month 3 or 4. It had cycled through the business multiple times. As I scaled up, I added 2 more softwares. BQ, which is basically a repricer. It just plays with the price in a way that you can maximize profits while staying competitive in the market. And Seller's Board for accounting, so I could actually track what products were working and which weren't at a real level. So my first 2 months in the business, in August and September, I made $0. I was setting up my Amazon seller account, getting ungated for brands, learning the softwares, and learning the skill of product research. So literally just figuring everything out. There were moments in those 2 months where I actually questioned whether this was going to work out, but I kept going. In October, the work started paying out and I made my first $949. That feeling of seeing real money coming in changed everything. I wasn't skeptical anymore and I actually started seeing a glimpse of hope. That money proved to me that Jayden's system actually worked. In November, my revenue pumped to $3,470. December, I did $8,386. The holiday season was really good and I actually started feeling like a real business owner. In January, I hit $12,444. February was $18,376. March, I broke through and I did $24,000, so I had literally 0 doubts at this point. And then in April, I did $17,145. Across those 9 months total, including the first 2 months where I did 0, I generated over $87,000 in revenue. Now, somewhere in that climb, I actually took the decision to leave my sales job and go full-time on Amazon. And honestly, it kind of feels unreal. I get to manage my own time and I get to work remotely in something I actually own. And I'm not building someone else's business anymore. I am actually building mine. And that alone is literally priceless. So like I promised at the start, I'm now gonna share with you my top 3 mistakes that I did when I was starting out. My first mistake was actually trying other Amazon business models when I didn't even know Amazon Arbitrage existed. I burned time and money in private label and other ideas that actually didn't fit me at all. If I just found like Arbitrage from day one, I would have saved a lot of months of frustration and a chunk of money and time in tools and courses that didn't go anywhere. So when you're picking a business model, pick the one that matches your situation, your capital, and your skill level. And Arbitrage is the simplest entry point to Amazon, period. I just didn't know it at the start. My second mistake was trying to rush everything. When I joined Ecom Consulting, I tried to speed run the whole thing. I wanted to be at $20K a month in week 3 before the month didn't even end. But this is a skill like any other. It is simple, but simple, it's not the same as easy. You need to learn it, digest it, and practice it. So take it one step at a time. Consistency over months is way more powerful than burning out trying to crack the code in 1 week. Once I slowed down and started trusting the process, that's when the numbers started going up. And my third mistake, the one that cost me more than $50,000, was literally just not starting soon enough. I think about it all the time. If I would have started this business 1 or 2 years later, where I'd be right now. Looking at my own trajectory, literally going from 0 to 24,000 a month in 8 months, doing the math on what I actually left on the table, it's just brutal. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see results. And the sooner you make your first sale, the sooner you will make your first hundreds. So don't wait. If you are on the fence of starting an online business or starting with Amazon Arbitrage, listen to this. Arbitrage is the most simple business I've actually found because you only need to learn one skill instead of many. You don't need to do marketing, you don't need to do sales, you don't need to design a product or to build a brand from scratch. If you research properly, you will make sales and you will make money online, period. I built my business using Jayden's program at Ecom Consulting, so I highly recommend you check it out. There's a link in the description below. Take that leap of faith and I will promise you your life will change. However, if you don't think you're ready for that yet, Jayden made an entire video about how to start this business from scratch. You can watch that video right here.